Alright, it's dripping. Remember, I tightened the bolt on top of this, and I went to tighten it again with a 10 millimeter and a 1/4 inch ratchet, and it just didn't slow anything down, so it's basically leaking at the fitting. It's possible there's a washer or something that's bad in there, but when I take it off, I'll check it. But whoever did this job before, they pipe doped it, and they put thread tape around it. I'm just going to put thread tape. So I have my thread tape right here. I have a bigger jaw wrench if necessary. I got my 1/2 inch. This is for a boiler drain, but this will suffice. And then I just have a standard crescent wrench. Now with this is a very low lead content. That's what you want to look for. Supposedly all brass, all made brass, is supposed to have very low lead content. And then this is not from a potable water source. This is not drinking. This is just for doing laundry. So hot water, I guess, tends to leach lead into the pipes, and then you don't want your kids and stuff getting sick if you have any kids, or yourself. So and it looks like I might have 2 of them that are failing now, because this sucker's dripping too. What the heck? All right, well, I might have to go and get a second one, but let's get this one replaced. This one is spritzing out. So let's go get the water turned off. I'm going to turn it off at the source, which is right here. All right, there we go. Water supply is turned off. There was no water shutoff that was closer to that, so that's why I just decided, well, I'll go ahead and turn it off directly from there. I was hoping that when the plumber did the job in this home, that there'd be a water shutoff valve that's close, but there's really nothing. That right there leads to the outside, so, and there's nothing to shut off the water. I would have preferred another shutoff valve over here somewhere, but save on cost, I guess. I don't really know, but I'm going to go ahead and get this wrench on top of here. See if I can get this bad boy open. I'm not going to open it yet. I'm just trying to make sure I get my wrench fitted. Okay, that's going to work. It's about how big it has to be. Yep, it's 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to go get a bucket, so that way when the water ends up doing its thing. Why is this started again? Yeah, it's okay. All right, I got my little Mott's apple juice container that I'm going to be setting under here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the water valve off right here, so that way the water cannot come out. I'm going to drain it from the water hose connection that leads to the washer. I'll take this off with the water shut off, put the bucket underneath, and then gradually turn the water on, and then just keep draining the pipe until there's no more water left. Then I will go ahead and change the fitting, get all that tightened up. Then I will slowly turn the water supply back on. So let me go ahead and do that now. Okay, I have the washer fitting off, and I'm filling up the water. I started off slowly, and then I turned it full blast. So this is what was left in the pipe. Once this is drained out as much as possible, I'm going to go ahead and take that fitting off, and then replace that shutoff valve with the other one that I have. Now I drained this out. This is off at the moment, but I did drain it out, dumped the water out of my bucket, so there should be nothing coming out, but I'm slowly turning this because I want to make sure that I don't get blasted here, just in case. And I know it'll drip some, that's fine. I actually didn't really drip at all, so I might actually take that apart and find out why it failed the way it did. So now I'm going to go ahead and put thread tape on this bad boy, and what you want to do with it is you want to go clockwise, so you basically start here and then you work your way around at least 3 passes until you got a decent amount of thread tape on there, and then put it in. You don't have to go nuts with it and keep going and going and going. Just start 1 rotation, 2 rotation, 3 rotation, and you got enough on there. I'll show you what that looks like. This is done. 3 rotations, and the reason you want to put it clockwise on here is because when you twist it, that's going to allow the tape to actually stay in the threads. If you put it counterclockwise and you twist, the tape will peel off as you start to thread it in. So now, I'm just going to get this sucker threaded in here. And you don't have to grill it. You can always tighten it a little bit more. And like I said, we're going to turn on the water supply very slowly. So probably give it another rotation, and then all Alright, yeah, I'm starting to get a lot of resistance here, so I don't want to bust anything, because otherwise I'll be cutting and welding. Alright, that should do the trick. Now the water supply is turned off right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and slowly turn on the water, and then we'll come back. We're going to listen as we turn on the water to make sure that the thing is not gushing water out. Alright. Yeah, I did not hear anything, so let's go check. Make sure our fitting is not leaking. Now, one of the things I like about this fitting is it's serviceable. These are not basically pressed together, whereas this one is not that case. I can take this out and replace the O-rings in there, or the washers if I need to fix anything. So now, this already has a rubber gasket in there, so this rubber gasket should be fine. You should not have to put thread tape on here, but if you get a slight leak, then you always have that option. So now what I'm going to do is, you know what, in fact, before I even put this on, let's drain it a little bit. Okay, drain some water out of it. I wanted to get any air out of it and anything else that was there. Flush it, and then I went ahead and reinstalled the washer line for hot water, and then after I got it snug with my hand, I gave it about half turn with the wrench to make sure it was on there good and snug, and everything's fantastic right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process with this one up here, since this one appears to be leaking as well, and then that's how you replace it. It's actually a pretty simple process, but you have to be very careful when you do it, because you don't want to bust any lines along the way, and sometimes you can shut off water over at the water supply shutoff, and then all of a sudden it causes more issues. But the plumbing in this place is pretty much new all around, so I didn't have that concern. But if the plumbing was old and rusty and crusty, then I would really worry about it.